walk 100 miles. I'm gonna whistle all the while. If that's what it takes to make me smile, I'm gonna walk 100 miles.
Hey everybody, so I'm in Howick today. What I'm gonna do is July the 17th, I believe. July 14th. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some cuttings from the Aronia plants. So I brought a bucket. I added, this is just a simple maple syrup bucket. I added some holes, I put a string, and I put it around me. So this way here I can just work with the cuttings, take the cuttings and put them in. And I'm going to put a little bit of water because I don't want the plants to dehydrate at all. I want them to stay nice and cool and fresh. So I have my cutters here with me, and make sure your cutters are cleaned, and some water, and away we go. So I'm going to show you the best way to take your cuttings from the Aronia plant. Look at all of the Aronia. That's so beautiful. Look at that. So I've got my water in my bucket, and I'm coming up to the first one, and I'm going to show you. See, here's the berries. Here is the new growth, okay? Now it's really hard to do this holding the camera and going to snip, okay? So obviously my cutting is going to fall if I cut it. So what I'm going to do is place it so you can see it right there. See that? The berries are there, and I left one little stub here. This one, see it going down, and then my cutters here for that one. Okay, so I'm going to snip this. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it right now, snip it, and there we go. Okay, so then I'm just going to pull off the bottom leaves, put it in root starter, and then start them. Right now I'm collecting. So again, this one's a little bit shorter. So we're going to take it and drop it in. This is my berries now. See, it doesn't have that little top hat. I call it like a little top hat. See this guy here? See the berries and then the little top hat? Well, we're gonna snip this off. Now it's just the berries. See that? There we go. Does that help you? Here again. Sometimes they can have a few little top hats. So you can trim what you want, take what you want. That's new growth there. So I'm going to go along, and I'm going to find the big trees that have a lot of berries, and that's the ones I'm going to take the cuttings from, like here and here. Here too. They're smaller, but still, it's going to work. Look at that. This guy has a lot of berries. So we're going to do that, and I'll be back. So I decided to clean them right here. Now you can use a snipper, or you can just break them off with your fingers, and then I snip the end. Now sometimes I bring this home to clean, but today, you know, it's such a beautiful day. It's not really hot. I just want to absorb so much of this beautiful weather that I can. And it's very soulful, you know, just to sit here and clean the cuttings. And then it's a bonus because it's going to be ready for me when I get home. And I don't have nothing to pick up. I'm just going to leave the leaves here. They'll compost. So I'm just enjoying the sounds of nature. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. In life, if everything is a rush, we don't enjoy anything, and we're always tired, we're exhausted. So don't forget to take some time for yourself. How relaxing is this? I'm just sitting here in between the rows. Not even the traffic can see me. And it's funny, the thoughts that go through your mind as you're actually relaxed. And then you become more focused. You become more, yes, this is where I want to go. This is where I need to go. I have a view here. It's so beautiful. I'm going to turn the camera around. Look at that view. Gorgeous. I don't know if you can see, but I can see the river. So I'm just taking the little ends off with my fingers. You can use clippers, scissors, whatever you have. Oh, look, it's like a little shape of a heart. How cute. This is a lot better than going home and trying to clean it and rushing. I'm just feel like I'm plucking flowers. Especially when you're a kid and you used to go, he loves me not. He loves me not. That kind of makes me think of that. So the ones in the white basket are out of the water right now, which I really don't like, but I only brought so much water with me, and it's in that pail, into the maple syrup pail. And when I threw the cuttings in there, they got all mixed up and they were laying down, and that's another reason why I decided to clean them here, so that I can get them in nice fresh water. And it turned out to be a bonus, because I'm just really soaking this up, this relaxation right now. No rush. That's the joys of farming, especially for yourself. You get to soak in all these moments and actually enjoy the moments of what you're doing. Obviously, when you're working for somebody else, that doesn't exist. So I'm almost done my bucket. So what that means is I will go ahead and put the cuttings in the water, let them soak, and I'll take another bucket and I'll go get some more and clean some more until I think I have enough, and I will plant them and then probably come back and get more another day. Now I'm going to mark the date that I harvest these cuttings and the date that I planted them, just to keep in my records, and how many did I pick, and also how many was a success rate. This just gives you an idea to know what to expect. I don't have a good memory, really bad memory, so it's a good way for me to keep track. I won't remember by next year. With all the elderberries and the Aronias, that's not going to happen. By keeping a dialogue, it helps. When I first started, I was keeping a dialogue on how many each plant gave me, what row they were in, and which ones gave me the most and how much. I would weigh it and figure out how many pounds each one would give me. And it's not a bad thing to do, because then you know which one is giving you the most berries, and obviously you want to take the cuttings from those plants. There we go. So we are done, and I'm going to put these cuttings into the water, and I'm going to go and get more. This is hard to believe that it was a bucket full, and now I only have a little bit. Okay, so we have our cutting here. Okay, so we want to remove the bottom leaves. And as you do that, it gives like a little scar, like a little wound, okay? And that's okay, because when you put your rooting hormone, your roots may grow from there. Okay, so now I'm down to 3 leaves. I still want to go ahead and cut a little bit off of the 3 of them and just leave 1. There we go. So what I would do now is I would let this soak, cut the bottom off on a slant, let it soak for a bit to rehydrate, get its strength, and then dip it into a rooting hormone that is organic or not organic. That is totally your decision. And put it into a starting soil or your starting bed.